I'm going to read a couple of the quotes and tweets from the Kevin Stefanski press conference. Let me read these 4, and then you guys can react to whatever you guys want to react to. So this is the first one, and these are all tweets from Mary Kay, who was at the Kevin Stefanski presser. Steve, you want to take tag board full here for the first one. When asked if there were thoughts about benching Deshaun Watson this week, Kevin Stefanski said, "There hasn't been a thought." The exact quote, Anthony, change it when you're ready. "I talk to Deshaun every week. We need to focus on our players and not what's going on outside the building." He was asked about giving up play calling duties. Stefanski said, quote, "I'm comfortable with the amount of collaboration we have in the headset, collective effort to make sure we're playing better on offense."
Hey, Mike, there's really no point of showing us any other comments.
Yeah, I mean, that's
because the last one was just on Nick Chubb. He's not going to be activated.
Okay.
That was it.
It's just,
but there's no discussion.
That's just absurd.
There's no way that there's no way they sat around the meetings this week and said there was.
That's just crazy. Well, Kevin Stefanski. Listen,
they're not delusional.
No. Of course there was discussion, but Kevin Stefanski doesn't answer anything honestly.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you know what? Those answers. I used to get pissed off, as you know, about the coaches that give no answers.
Just relax.
And I've defended Stefanski, but he sounds like an idiot when he says those things. Those are ridiculous comments, and he's coming off as a loser now. It's ridiculous.
So next week when they bench him, they're going to be like, yeah, you know what?
This came out of the blue.
Yeah,
out of the blue. It was just, I don't know if it's the right time, guys.
Hey, you know what? I know we're going to save our picks for Friday.
Yeah.
Bet the house on the Eagles.
What's the spread right now?
I always zig
when
everyone zags.
You got it. Yep.
And I haven't missed on a pick this year.
What's the spread?
And I'm telling you right now. We're going to find out the intestinal fortitude, the mettle of this Cleveland Browns organization.
8.5, 9. That's the spread. And the Eagles haven't played that well. It's
No,
not like they're playing great
that
football.
That says more about what the Browns are than what the
I think
Eagles
the
are.
spread opened at like 3, didn't it?
No. It opened.
Yeah,
it opened
there were
it opened
drastic
at
swings,
6.5.
but it wasn't that big. Yeah.
It jumped, yeah.
6.5
it's
went
on
up to
the
9.5.
road.
6.5.
But you know the deal, guys, with the NFL. When everybody thinks they've got it nailed and this is a slam dunk, I'm not ready to pick the Browns to win, but I do think Monday when we reconvene, we're going to say, okay, we saw some things today.
Because I think the defense
saw
will come up with a
something.
couple turnovers. Watch. The defense will show
I
up this
think
week and keep you in the game.
think that's key to where I'm going. I think the defense is made up primarily of winners. And I think they need a control-alt-delete. They need a standing 8 count. They need a reset. They've heard for the last 2 weeks that they're trash too. And that last year was smoke and mirrors, and they weren't a top-ranked defense. Mm-hmm. I think that there's pride on that defense. I need the leader of that defense to show up in the box score so it's proof that he was there. I can't have another week where Myles Garrett isn't even on the box score.
I mean,
guys, let me just say,
go ahead.
Let me tell you this, man. I don't care how much you want it up front. There is nothing up there. It's nothing. You can want it all you want. The scheme, the players, they have nothing. You can want it.
So you're quitting on them too?
No, there ain't no quitting. I'm just.
You're saying we just don't have the horses.
You ain't got them. I'm sorry. You're just not good.
I think they have the horses in the secondary, even though some of them have not played well of late.
And we've seen Myles Garrett play at a Pro Bowl,
but Myles Garrett
level without anything else up there.
He's dealing with so many injuries right now.
Myles Garrett,
and he's getting no help up front.
If you're on the field, you're not hurt.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's
got to play well.
JOK, Denzel Ward, you got 3.
That's all I need. I got 1 at every level.
But then they find Martin Emerson all the time. We're going to find you. Soon as Denzel Ward come off the field, they're going to find him. They find Greg Newsome all the time. Tackling is still poor. You have no other pressure on the outside. They can't keep contained. The offensive line. This is why I be sitting here looking. I'm like, guys.
I don't know, man.
When you pour out the Kool-Aid, I got nothing left.
The tape, it ain't the feeling. The tape tells you what your feeling is. And when I saw that, it's nasty.
The Browns should be able to score.
No, they can't.
The Eagles' defense is not good.
But neither was the Commanders.
I know that.
They have no. They can't run. They can't run the ball, guys. Listen, guys don't know who they are blocking.
That's true.
Did you say Nick?
So
Mike, what did he say about Nick Chubb? That he's not
gonna
playing this
He's not
week, right?
playing. So Bull, I think here's where
He
we
said
are.
he's not
then.
ready to make a
I
decision.
think if this could go one of two ways. They could lose a close game and they play hard,
Yeah.
Or they could give
or
up.
they get blown off the field.
In this-
If the latter happens, now whether Kevin Stefanski wants to or not, wholesale changes are coming. Period. You can't be 1-5 and
Yeah.
still rolling the same thing out
Dustin,
there expecting different results.
You said something yesterday that was spot on.
Oh, I did. Huh?
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
You're always spot on.
You can't, after a certain time, that grace period is going to end up. Because when you keep coming out there saying, we're not going to make no changes, now that onus is on you. That's your record now. Now you own it because you won't change what we're running. You won't change the quarterback.
Yeah.
People are going to flip. And when guys are going to practice getting beat up and we're losing and getting embarrassed on national TV, they're going to start to tune you out and say, listen, coach, I got this hamstring. You're going to have to do this with the twos, man. I can't. And that is going to – I said it before. He cannot survive a tanking.
Listen, the truth is that Kevin, it's crazy, and I'm definitely not advocating for it. I think it would be a stupid move by the Browns. He could absolutely get fired this year after getting his extension.
Yeah. Yes!
Because if ownership decides we're not sinking that cost with Watson, you know what we haven't tried yet? Changing the coach to save Watson.
That's why Mike Vrabel's here, by the way.
Hey, and by the way,
Mike Vrabel going to save the offense?
Hold on.
He never had any good offense.
Mike,
in
but
Tennessee.
he'll have
he'll hold your ass. He will hold your ass accountable.
Nobody's going to quit. I had a former NFL player text me Sunday during the game and said, I've seen it. I've lived it. I know what it looks like. This football team has quit. Do you guys, being former players?
Oh, I see
I'll see it.
Okay.
I already saw it. Yes,
So here's what
You can
where
see
Kevin
it in the middle of
Stefanski-
games. You can see it
You
happen.
can see it. I saw it.
You're like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
And
It's
then
like a
all of
train
sudden,
coming down the tracks.
I
And you
call
see it a
letting
mile
go of the
away.
rope. They all let go of the rope when they saw they were going to lose the tug of war. They just said, all right, when defeat's inevitable,
white
you
flag.
let go of the rope. Don't get handburned.
White flag it up.
So what I think now is, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys that, if it's obvious to guys that have played the game that's what a team looks like when they let go of the rope, there's only one move you can make at that point, and that's the leader, because you can't fire the whole team. So I agree with you. I think Kevin Stefanski is closer to being out than he is to being entrenched.
Which is so
wild, right?
silly.
It's awful to me.
So silly.
I would say at the end of the day, and I hope the book is written, but it won't be because Kevin will never talk. But ultimately, I think D. Podesta is going to cost us another good one.
And that's why, and that is why I can't understand why Kevin Stefanski wouldn't tell Jimmy to stick it and just do what he wants.
Maybe we're getting
Which
closer to
doesn't
that.
make any
We'll
sense.
see.
I think after the Philly game, if
Yeah.
Jimmy says, no, we're going to stay the course,
We'll
I
see.
think that's
We
when
gonna
he
see.
grows the backbone and says, no, we're not.
If this
gonna
game's
see.
ugly, guys, I mean, if the Browns lose by double digits, which Vegas indicates they believe that is a strong
They do.
case. How do you not? How do you not next week come out and just make – you'd be 1-5 off of an embarrassing loss?
Did you guys see this
What do you
quote
got?
from Aaron Rodgers, by the way?